Hello, what is our fourth main topic today?
Topic number 4 comes to us from Bright Dawn, who says, "Hey Campea crew, you guys recently talked about how the prices of streaming has ended up being more expensive than the old cable packages were. Saw an article saying that Disney could be responsible. Looks like they're being sued for using the fact that they own Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN to artificially inflate the cost of all streaming TV services. This is huge and could shake things up a lot if they're found guilty. Do you think this could get the prices down?"
All right, thanks a lot for writing that in, Bright Dawn. Look, I read this. I'll be honest with you, this is not something I'd ever considered. That Disney, I've always saw Disney owning, Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN as just a good, solid, collection of streaming platforms that they have. I never saw anything anti-competitive about it, anything like that at all. But this article and this fact that this has come out in an article in the Hollywood Reporter have kind of made it look like actually this could be kind of sleazy what's going on here when you're talking about Disney and how they're managing this. Anyway, this, to give us a little more context, this comes to us from the Hollywood Reporter. Write the following. The lawsuit pits YouTube TV subscribers who filed the lawsuit on Friday in California federal court against Disney. They point to business dealings that effectively grant the company, Disney, the ability to set a price floor for the market and push up prices across the industry by raising the prices of its own offerings. Since Disney acquired operational control, get this was stunning to me. Since Disney acquired operational control over Hulu in May 2019, prices across the streaming live pay television market, including for YouTube TV, have doubled, reads the complaint. This dramatic market-wide price inflation has been led by Disney's own price hikes for Hulu Plus live TV. The suit points to guidelines in Disney's contracts with live streaming pay TV competitors that require them to carry ESPN as a part of their cheapest bundle that they offer. The term effectively restricts the ability of Disney's rivals to provide an option that omits ESPN, cable's most expensive channel that Disney owns. Wow. So essentially, this is what the lawsuit is alleging, all right? They're alleging this, that Disney can set their prices for their streaming, and they have a live TV option with Hulu Live TV, and they can set a price for that TV service. The lawsuit claims that them doing that is an unfair advantage because they own ESPN as well, by forcing all the other live TV carriers, like say a Sling TV, or in this case, YouTube TV. I'm a YouTube TV customer myself. By forcing other carriers to include ESPN in their lowest option, their lowest pay option, like YouTube TV only has one, but still, in their lowest tier option, a channel that is, by definition, the most expensive channel there is. That means that Disney has effectively forced other streaming TV providers to have their cheapest option be significantly more, expensive, to be significantly more expensive than it would have been were they not forced to have ESPN as a part of that thing. And here's the reality. If you are a live streaming TV platform and you don't have ESPN, I know not everybody are sports fans, but if your streaming TV service doesn't have ESPN and the next guy's does, a lot of people are going to skip your service and go to the next guy. So they know that they have this monopoly and they force them to put it on their cheapest tier. And honestly, if this lawsuit hadn't come up, I never would have thought about that, because when I first heard about it, it's like, listen, Disney can run their business the way they want. If they want to set a price for their streaming platform, that's their business. And if other streaming platforms want to follow suit, that's up to them. But now reading the details of this, I actually think Disney could be in some trouble here. Now, this is interesting too, because it brings up another round of whispers going around the entertainment industry right now that maybe Bob Iger's trying to sell Disney to Apple, but the other one is Bob Iger's looking to sell ESPN out of Disney, that maybe Disney wants to get out of it. Again, this brings up a lot of different things. Chris, You read this report, you read this thing. Is there something here? Like, this could shake up the industry, depending on what the court finds.
I mean, it really could, because initially going into this, because I am a person who is not interested in ESPN, I was like, well, who cares? They have an exclusive thing just for them. Isn't that what we want? Don't you, as a business, go, look at this thing I'm offering you that no one else has? But when you really look at it, that exclusionary issue is a problem. I mean, I think this lawsuit definitely holds water. It's just going to be interesting to see how it pans out, because then I think a lot of other companies are going to be in trouble about having like specific things only for them. I don't know how this all works, though. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not a great legal mind, and I'm just kind of confused by how all of it's, I don't know, going down. Because I just feel like looking at it in layman's terms, it feels like it's an okay thing to do. I don't know.
Rob, you're looking at this. How do you think this is going to shake
Well,
up?
I kind of feel like, I mean, you can't penalize it. I think the real thing here is the fact that they're forcing, because ESPN is part of this bundle. They can't not sell something else without ESPN. That's what I understand it to be. Well, is that necessarily like all of these other companies that are selling their service want to offer ESPN as part of it, but it's just more expensive. They can't do it. They're forced to pay this extra money, but then they just don't offer ESPN, or what? Which means they can't offer Hulu and they can't offer anything else, which I get, but isn't that just a way of doing business? It's only unfair to the people that have to pay more.
But see,
Isn't
that's
it?
the thing. That's
That's
what
what
the
I'm
laws
confused.
are in place for.
Okay.
Sure.
The laws are in place to protect consumers from predatory practices and from antitrust practices. It is important to know that this is specifically an antitrust lawsuit, where it's saying that they are breaking anti-competitive laws
Right.
by kind of manipulating. See, what you cannot have, there's a term here that you're probably familiar with, known as collusion.
Yeah, of course.
Right? What YouTube TV subscribers bringing this lawsuit are essentially claiming here is that there is a singular de facto collusion happening where Disney is manipulating the prices of other competitors, which means that the customer and the consumer is being limited of choice of what they can do.
Sure.
And that would be looked at as anti-competitive.
But isn't it there? Look, Disney's locked into this, and they want you to buy their service because then you're going to get what you want. Why do they have to allow other competitors to even sell this at all?
No, they don't. But the competitors know that if they don't have ESPN, they're screwed.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Disney steps in and says, okay, now that we know we have you over a barrel, you can only have ESPN on your, say, Sling TV or other streaming service, YouTube TV. You can only have our service, ESPN, if you make it a part of your cheapest bundle, which means the cheapest bundle for the consumer is now no longer that cheap.
Right.
It forces the prices to go up, which means across the industry, as the article pointed out, in the last 2.5 years, the average price of TV streaming services has doubled. And part of that, according to the lawsuit, is because of this practice that Disney's put in place.
Okay.
I mean, I get that, but I still would say so. You know, I mean, that's business.
No, that there are very, very strict anti-competitive laws in
Of
place.
course,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would dare say that's, I mean, what they want
Because
to.
here's what business is. Business is, you and I are selling blue cups. all
Sure.
right? Business is, you sell your cup for what you want to sell it for, and I sell it for what I want to sell it for. And I try to do business such a way that I can sell it for cheaper than you and still make profit, right? And that competition is good for the consumer.
Of course.
What the SEC will say is not just business is that the three of us, say all three of us are selling blue cups, and we all say, you know what? How about keep it between us? I'll raise my costs by 15 cents. You can raise your cost by 15 cents, and you can raise your cost by 15 cents. And the customer doesn't really have an option here. Or
Now you're talking about our healthcare system.
yes, it is. Or like you have, because of a monopoly you have on certain things, maybe blue dye. You're like, okay, each of you guys who are using our blue dye, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make it so you have to buy my blue dye at this price, which will force the overall cost for blue cups across the entire market for all customers to go up and higher anyway.
Sure.
See, that's the stuff where the SEC says that's not just business, that's market manipulation. And that's where Disney could get in trouble here, depending on what.
It's
the
interesting
lawsuit
though,
turns out.
because ESPN is a service other people want to avail themselves of.
Yes.
But it's owned by Disney. So, if you want another company's product and add it to your own, you have to pay the piper.
But again,
I know.
there's laws about that, because that can become, for big corporations, that can become very predatory on,
I understand,
on customers. So I don't know, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, at first I kind of looked and I thought, well, this is nothing. But the more I read into it, I'm like, actually, this is kind of shady. And how do you feel about it? Maybe you feel like, hey, whatever, it's just business is business. Some people may look at this and say, this is totally one company manipulating the system that will ultimately cost consumers. I don't know. How do you see it? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Manscaped. This holiday season, I'll be giving thanks to our friends over at Manscaped. Everyone loves turkey and stuffing, but you'll be looking like dessert with the help of Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have blessed you with the ultimate Thanksgiving dinner topic. Tell your in-laws about your new cutting-edge ball trimmer and gift yourself or the man in your life the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Trim up your pumpkins by going to manscaped.com and use the code CAMPEA for free shipping and 20% off. And this year I am so thankful for Manscaped, because like most of you guys, I used to use Neanderthalic Dark Age methods to trim my balls. Not anymore, thanks to Manscaped. It's time for all of us to give thanks to Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, or as I like to call it, the perfect package for your package. Inside, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. The heart of the package, their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code CAMPEA at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the promo code CAMPEA. Be thankful this holiday season for the best gift of all from Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.